What's up, bouquets? How are we blooming today? It's your girl Enchantress, the Gypsy Lotus of Uniqueness, and I am back with another. I'm gonna call it How the Lotus Bloom because this is something I'm currently working on. How the Lotus Bloom is giving y'all that real, raw, radiant moments that shape my healing journey, so on and so forth. So, right now, I just got finished in the library. I'm actually behind the library. I kept looking at this spot while I was in the library. Um, and I just want to talk about being intentional. And what I mean by being intentional, it's sometimes it's the little things, it's the small things, the small intentions that you have that can make or break the big goals that you're trying to accomplish. Um, what do I mean by that? Why am I saying that? Um, so I am, again, I keep saying it, but I am in a surrender season right now, and I'm still human. Like, I'm really here to tell y'all I'm human. I don't necessarily always, I slack sometimes too. I'm not as disciplined as I want to be or should be, which is why I'm even in the surrender season, because I am trying to get myself to a certain frequency and get it to be more consistent. But all of that starts with the intention. Me even making the surrender season started with an intention. Um, And why am I saying it's the little things? Because even you can be intentional in how you take a shower. You can be intentional in how you get dressed. You can be intentional in how you do your hair. You can be intentional of the goals you set for each day. Some people don't even set a goal each day. Set goals each day. I make daily to-do lists not to keep me focused. I mean, yes, it is to keep me focused and keep me aligned, but also because that is me setting a daily intention of the things I want to accomplish in that day. Is me setting an intention on how am I going to take those small steps to accomplish my big goals each and every day. Even on the rest days, that's still setting intention on the days that I'm resting, that I'm recharging my body to still be intentional and have the power to keep pushing forward in the things that I'm trying to do. Um, I'm not I'm not perfect. And I've said it before in a previous video that being a perfectionist is one of the things I'm really working on. And the closest thing that I can be to actually being perfect is setting the intention. Setting the intention to be in the reflection of Most High. Because as long as I'm in line with the reflection of what Most High has set for me, then I am perfect in His image. We are all perfect in His image when we are doing what God sets for us to do. When we are walking in alignment with Most High, we are all perfect as we are. There is no real definition of perfection because each of us have a different version. What I might feel is imperfect or lacks something, it's amazing and so perfect to somebody else. So we all have our different levels of perfection. That's why it's gonna be hard for anybody to reach a certain level, to reach any level of perfection, as long as you are not moving in alignment with Most High. Um, But yeah, I just want people to be more. It's really hard for me to hold this camera. Again, we back with me not having my equipment and still deciding. I really did not plan on recording today. It just so happened that something came to my mind. Um, I had. We're gonna combine the video because I really also want to talk about being the power of the tongue and how that even ties into being intentional. You have to be intentional with your words. You have to watch what you're saying, because the other day, and it's so crazy because as I was going, I'm like bouncing. The other day, I posted a video about me having symptoms of depression the other night, and I recorded a video. The video's not posted yet. By the time this comes out, the video will be posted about that. But I was having symptoms of depression, and I kind of woke up the next day like feeling like real down in the dumps about myself. And I wasn't necessarily calling myself a failure, but I just said like I felt like I was being tested this past week and I failed that test. And my best friend had to come like, don't say that. Like, don't speak that. You're not a failure. Don't put that into the atmosphere. Like, your power, the power of the tongue, your, not even just the power, your power, my power. of my mouth and the things that I say holds too much power that I can't say low vibrational things. And it's so funny because I know that. So, and that's why I'm even telling y'all, like, I'm still human. Even if I know better, sometimes that doesn't mean I always necessarily move better. That's the point of me trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help myself in helping y'all. Like, I'm trying to be more consistent and be better each and every day too. So yes, I said I felt like I failed my test, but I really didn't. And I felt like even being told, like, don't speak that over you. Like, it's not a failure. It's not you failing. It's you just getting more in alignment, or you having to see where you need to be more in alignment type situations. And you just have to really be intentional about what you speak every day, even not even just about yourself. That's why I even say, or why I've even been technically trying to work on not even talking about other people, because for what? Every time I think about, like, why would you talk about other people, it genuinely is for what? Like, why would we talk about other people? Like, let people live their life. Our opinions of other people's life really don't matter. So what's the point of speaking of? You feel me? Um, and you can feel whatever you feel. Yes, somebody might look a mess. Something that people might be doing, you might feel is stupid. Why? But why speak over it? Why speak on it? Why put that energy? Why put negative energy towards that person? We have a lot of internet trolls and things of that nature. I don't sit there and comment on nobody post, but people get on the internet every day and hide behind screens to talk so much shit about people, and it's honestly for what? Then a lot of us are talking shit. I'm not even us, because I really don't do this, but a lot of people are talking shit about people that don't even know who y'all are, would not give y'all the time of day if he was right in front of their face. So why? What are you talking shit for? But backtracking again, it was interesting that I even said what I had said, and as I was going through trying to find clips to post for my reels, I found one clip where I literally said something about I'm not a failure, da 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 da. Like, I literally said basically the same advice my best friend was giving me. And it was just so funny. Like, girl, see how you literally be saying shit yourself, and then you still don't even follow through on what you saying. So that's why I'm even saying, like, I am human too. I am not perfect. I struggle sometimes too. I'm still healing. I'm still working on myself each and every day. So there are certain things that I'm advising and giving y'all advice on that I'm also giving myself advice on, that I'm also telling myself to do. I'm not telling y'all nothing that I haven't been through or what I'm working through. I haven't told y'all nothing that it hasn't happened to me. I'm speaking from experience in any form or fashion. Whether it's what the heal, whether it's how the lotus bloom, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking as the healer and the healing person, you know? I'm speaking as a human. I'm speaking as Enchantress Annie Lease. Like, I am still actively always working on myself. That's why I always say healing is not a linear, oh, it's just going to be that one thing, one and done thing. No, you're always going to be healing. You're always going to need to work on something. Even when you do get to a place where you are really moving with Most High, we're still human. So we're going to slack off. We're going to have a moment where we're not moving as high vibrational as we may need to. It's not a guarantee that you're going to wake up every day just extra high vibrational. Everybody has a moment where they feel a little down. Everybody has a moment where they kind of beat themselves up a little bit. It's just about how you move through that, how you maneuver through that, how you pivot. How do you get yourself out of that funk? How do you get yourself out of those low vibrations? You have to be very intentional on everything that you do. What do you do when you do feel down in the dumps? Do you sit there and soak in it and allow it to succumb you all day and just feel down in the dumps all day? Or do you get up, get dressed, put your best fit on, or your best whatever that will make you feel better, and go out and still keep pushing through? Do you still go out and still keep going no matter what the circumstances of whatever your mind is trying to trick you into thinking? Because a lot of us, our minds are tricking us. Some of the thoughts that we have are not even true. They're things that we're making up and trying to force to be true. And when you force it to be true and then it actually ends up happening, like, oh my God, see, it did happen. That's because you sat there and kept talking about it happening like that. That's because you allowed that energy to keep going. As long as you keep shaking and moving that energy to something else and moving it to be high vibrational, moving it to more positive vibrations and high vibrations, All that negative shit, all that low vibrational shit can never actually have power over you. Stop giving the low vibrations full control of your power. Go take, even if it, and we think that a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower has to be herbs, salts, and all that stuff. You are the oracle. You don't even need all that sometimes. Sometimes it's about getting in that shower and talking to the water and just praying. Pray this away. Wash this off of me. As I wash my body, I'm clearing this, that, and third from my body. As I wash my face, I'm clearing this. I'm moving this. As I'm brushing my teeth, I'm moving this. I'm getting this out of my mouth. Energy is everywhere. Your intentions on how you move that energy and how you deal with that energy mean everything. Okay? So, yeah, that's really all I have for y'all. I'm going to sit here and read the rest of my chapter that I need to read and enjoy this sun and recharge myself. And I'm going to keep being intentional each and every day in how I move and how I maneuver and how I allow my vibration and how I allow my energy to really be. Because the symptoms of depression, notice how I say I don't have depression. I say symptoms. Because words matter. Power of the tongue matter. I'm not going to speak depression over me. Did I have a couple symptoms the other night? Yeah. Just some symptoms, though. I'm not actually still coming to that energy. I'm not allowing that energy to fully take over me. I still, even then, got myself up. Sometimes, and even in that morning, I was like, yeah, I'm going quiet. Sometimes you need that. You need to go silence. You need to just be with yourself. Turn all the noise off. Turn all the outer noise off. So that you can actually hear Most High trying to tell you something. So you can hear or have the people that need to pour into you. Because if you close yourself up, if you always trying to talk and make noise of everything, you can't hear that. So sometimes you need to sit in that stillness. Sometimes you need to sit with yourself and just be quiet for a moment. Sometimes you need to be quiet for a week. Sometimes you need to be quiet for a day. Sometimes you need to be quiet for a whole month. Who knows? Now, realistically, we know you can't actually be quiet a whole month unless you literally live under a rock. But it's still only speaking when you have two type situations. Only speaking because we still got to go to work. We still do certain things where we have to talk. But if you don't have to talk, don't. Sometimes you need that so that you can quiet your mind. The more you talking and doing all this, your mind is not going to be quiet because you have to realize to even talk, you have to think. So sometimes you have to turn it off, turn everything off, just so you can actually be still and see what happens when you do that. All right? So, again, that's all I have for you today, bouquets. Remember, healing gets messy before it gets magical, but you are worthy of all the light and happiness that is waiting for you on the other side. Sit up straight, adjust your crown. Don't let it tilt. I love you. I really do. And I hope that you love you too. Peace.